Good morning, everybody. I'd like to start today's session with a little story from when I was in China in 1991 studying Chinese medicine. I went to Shanghai and was on a tour, and I went to a silk factory. And there's a line in the classics about mobilizing our vitality like drawing silk from a cocoon. So I asked if I might be permitted to come down and just see what that feels like. And they let me down to grab a little piece of the silk and to unwind it from the cocoon. And to this day, I have the feeling of how gentle that was, how you couldn't pull it and break it, and how you had to carefully listen to be able to feel it coming off of the cocoon. Today I want to work on the end of the form. We finish with a posture called crossing hands. 100% of my weight is in my left foot. And this is the end of the form. Forgive me if I'm a little off because I injured my hip last night carelessly practicing tango. Anyway, cross hands. The part of the form I want to work on is the end of the form when we come back to the front to cross hands. And I'm going to get into a 70-30 position near the end of the form. I'm facing this direction, so my 70-30 is going to be here. And I have width. I didn't step in. I have width. Knee over the toe, fold the hip, sit down, and the navel and the nose face this direction. 2 hands up, elbows heavy. Now I'm going to imagine this finger on this hand sort of attached to that. For me, it would be like the cocoon, and here's the silk thread that I'm drawing. For you, you can imagine you got chewing gum and see if you can draw it out without it breaking. So we're going to go from the 70-30, and we're going to do this in 2 parts. From push, I'm going to suddenly appear in my right foot as I turn to the right. And at the same time, I'm feeling the drawing of the silk from the cocoon. Notice my foot comes in as I turn my waist. Notice that the waist turn is moving to the right. So we're going to do sit back, turn. Now I'm halfway through the turn, but I'm going to change my weight and suddenly appear in the bottom of my left foot. Very careful, very gentle. No weight. Again, push. Notice the continuous turn with the weight change. At no point does the waist stop turning in that sequence. Feel the drawing of the silk from the cocoon. Foot comes around. At the extreme, the weight changes. Crossing hands. I hope you have fun with that this week.